Good morning, my people. Because I want to join all this broadcast. Matomaka na share button. Ka ituru uche. Click on like and love. That is the only way I see Abana Facebook wahala these days. Click on like and love. Click on like and love. Click on like and love. On we broadcast mail over here. We measure that broadcast. Remember the last broadcast I did? I think that was 2 days ago, where I was talking about spirit of entitlement, where I was telling you not to check and end the broadcast campo on a program. Hello, that go? Where I was telling you, I was advising us to do away with the spirit of entitlement. After I finished that program, about 3 people inboxed me with saying something that is similarly related, but we are still on that junction, which is spirit of entitlement. You ever na share the man one the might greet you, kaka black on you, which I greet you. You ever na spirit of entitlement, I are very difficult to redeem people from it, but I have to tell you the truth anyway. How can you be telling me that na omado kwezie nkwa e plan shazie if you eme wolu hope niile tin ebe onye ahụ no plan sha if you eji if ahụ onye ahụ kwere nkwa we me onye ahụ abịa disappoint ya. Are you for real? Are you for real? Sometimes asịkwonu na alụgba ahụ ọwụrụ omenala. You know, this is what we have been doing for quite some time now, and it seems like it has become the right thing. Yeah, it seems like it has become the right thing. Is it not high time somebody tell you the honest truth? And the honest truth is what I am here to tell you. The honest truth that I am here to tell you is that you don't have any business making plans on my money which I don't owe you. You don't have any plan, any business making. You only make plans with ego, and in most cases we say we will have plan, but making plans on even the money that you have not seen will give you the worst kind of heartbreak. Not to talk of making money, making plans with ego donor pocket. Sometimes let us be serious for God's sake. Let us be serious for God's sake. When they said a bird at hand is worth more than 10,000 in the bush, they were not even referring to the money. They were not even referring to the money donor pocket. They are referring to you, your plans, the hopes of money in Wigasri, or yourself based on what you do or the goals and the target is set for yourself. They are not referring to the money donor pocket. How can you be so upset and bitter because somebody made a promise for maybe in a month? You will make plans if he a me. Only way disappoint is here. You will do so bitter the neighbor. 3 people raised this concern na my inbox. It's just that I was so busy yesterday that I couldn't come online at all. Otherwise, I wanted to discuss this today, and I believe that, let me believe that after this discussion today, you are going to learn something. Yes, you are going to learn something on how to work on yourself so that you will avoid less disappointment and unnecessary heartbreak that doesn't really, to me, it is not even worth it. There is no way you can make plans. There is no way. Quote it somewhere. There is nothing justifiable. There is no justification in you saying that ni make a plan based on ego mmadu kwelu na nkwa. Onye ahụ mechazie, onye ahụ enye ozibu that money. Iweweziela onye ahụ iwe because na onye ahụ emit you up no kwelu nkwa. Iwe wolu all your hopes niile we jeti n'ife ahụ gwara onye ahụ we disappoint ya. It is enough for you to become upset. In a way, if onye ahụ ọdụ kifuru ekwensu, metụ aka na like and love button. Share this program. I think a lot of people need to watch this program. I'm a no there with so many people away because I know this is happening on a daily basis. I'm telling you, I don't know why you are getting upset. Okay, let me analyze it better. Let me analyze it better. Or let me use your house rent. Your house rent. Go. Yeah, Adam Dubisi, Chinonso Madoka, ever blazing. I greet you people. Let me analyze it better. This is end of the year again. When we go into January, February, March, people will start renewing their house rent. I have to say Makande Nkehadaile within the middle. Go. Iwe bagari we nweghị eji wee kwụgbu unu. Iwe bagariwa wee yọba ndị mmadụ ego wee kpọba your friends wee kpọba your relatives. Iwe kpọọ Mr. Okonkwo who happens to be your friend. Mr. Okonkwo wee gwa na o ji okwu ego kịta ahụ. Maybe na the deadline for you to pay your house rent is let's say the deadline for you to pay your house rent is 17th of January. Let us put it that way. The deadline for you to pay your house rent is 17th of January. So onya wesịrị na onwe okwu ego kịta ahụ, but no nwere hope ego na first week of January. Na ọ wụrụ na that first week of January ruo, na ọ wụ na ego ahụ ọ na-eme expect bịa no promise you that no enyeghị ego ka iwe clear your house rent. Iwe si na nsogbu adọrọ. Iwe nọrụzie according to ife ndị mmadụ na-ekwu. Iwe nọrụzie wee chebezie onye ahụ January ahụ wee sizie m nọ onye a ka iwojezi hope of you paying your house rent wee tụkwasa n'isi wee chebezie ya to the point that na ọwụ na onye ahụ na ife onye ahụ na-eme expect na January ahụ feluo onye ahụ emiti ozi up with that promise onye ruo n'ihi ebozi onye ahụ nọ nya melu landlord o ji wee nye you with notice. My brother and my sister, let us be honest. All the plans he said to the fail. That is rather why you could not manage to meet up with your house rent. Oblonya. Because Gunonya hemeho plan mgbe ide chọta una. Ohonya gwalago n'oge rukwana n'oge ihe esi ebe ibi pụọ kwaje ebe ọzọ. Gunonya anọrọ na agba. Gunonya hemeho plan. It is just somebody somewhere who is trying to live his or her own problem to help you despite not having. All the plans you will in your business area, in your commitment, fail. It failed you completely. That is why you will have in your mind that no, it wasn't that person who failed you. If we should even be looking for somebody who failed you here, it is you who failed yourself. Yes, if you should be angry and upset about anybody, it should be you. It should be you. You should be angry and upset about yourself, for failing yourself, for not meeting up with your own obligation. You shouldn't push the anger to someone else. How can you be angry at someone else for failing to meet up your own responsibility or obligation? We all failed in one way or the other to meet up either our goals or any agenda I set. If you did not, if things fall in places one way or the other, we are bound to fail to meet up with such things. So, however, when we fail to meet up with such things, all we need to do is to plan, and we keep planning. Yes, we keep planning. What I am against here is going to hold someone responsible for you failing to meet your obligation. Do not carry that mentality into 2025. This is how I do my things. Open and way a pressing problem now. Or when currently I don't have any. Yeah, it seems like now my this thing is so tight that I may not handle that thing, and I choose to go and ask somebody for help. Now will me follow. Now more ask for help. With the 100% trust or faith in Ebonya, I know that Lonya will get something yeah they discomfort here from nowhere. Put it under probability. Put it under probability. That person is only but one out of numerous options you may have, which may not be certain nor a deliver. That is number one. Then number two, you must have a backup plan. If this thing doesn't work, what next? Start planning also on that what next. I am telling you how I avoid those disappointments. I am telling you how I accept the reality that I have failed to handle these things. I will start, instead of you waiting to bear grudges on people for not giving you their own money to help you sort out your own programs. You should start planning on the alternative immediately. Use that energy and plan on the alternative. Because no, at the end of the day, only a fail to see you the money. A workshop one at school. We see on your education one at school. Are you for real? On your more than one. On your team one at school. How can it be him marriage education one at school? Are you getting what I'm saying? So, I am telling you, a lot of people, Rachel, Samuel, Jane, Chinyele, Shekube, Shedemar, Genus, I greet you people. Ebukamoto, I greet you people. You gotta go. Yeah? This thing is becoming too much, and we just have to talk about it. We just have to talk about it. Shop rent, it is not your fault that na commitment is that shop rent. You were no under intense pressure to pay for that rent. You were a friend when you hope. You were all that responsibility of paying for your rent, your shop rent, will shift to zero your friend. To the point that you are now dependent on his action for you to clear your shop rent. So, per adventure, all that your friend they fail, he meet up with that promise, which is not an obligation anyway. You will start to hold grudges against him. Even after 5 years, no one marriage you will lose shop B, front line shop, who because of Emeka. When you say no, go to Emeka on a partnership. Emeka or one mile, Emeka or one nail, Emeka or one nail, go to Emeka or Torona Zoom with the shorter shop. Wow. Can look also where will Emeka marriage will lose shop. If you host your way, it's so that which we are not blaming you for that, because I am also well now that year. But what is unacceptable, however, is trying to shift your responsibility to another man or to another woman. Ije tata na-eburu your uncle ilo. Ije tata na-eburu nwanne nwoke ilo. Ije tata na-eburu oyi ilo. Ije tata na-eburu a lot of people ilo. Because you failed, that should be a challenge to you, rather. When you fail to do something, that thing should be a challenge to you. Pushing the responsibility, and when you keep blaming people, it will not motivate you enough to do better next time. Because people will not be the only supposed to email. Therefore, there are other people around you who should also be doing such things for you. In other words, the next person becomes your next comforter. The next time you run to that person, you start hoping for another person. Stop putting your faith and trust. Let me even tell you, having a sole alternative to doing something with it is very wrong. It is very wrong. Let me tell you, it is very wrong. January 10, Ngo Nelson, I greet you. Ah, Rito Nyabo, son of the priest and Endo. Amazim them made kene. You got to go. Eh? However, na mmadụ ji ụgwọ wee gwarụ na ọ ya akwụghị ụgwọ na Jenụwarị, i wee wolu ugwu n'ogwu wee pushuzie ya n'ụgwọ ahụ onye ahụ jiri. Are you not aware that you are embarking on a very dangerous mission? Are you not aware? You are embarking on a very dangerous mission. There is every possibility, 50% possibility that you will pay that rent in January. There is also 50% possibility that you will owe your landlord. Now, gonna landlord you na January. How can you be banking on ego matujiru? Are you not aware that you only are a human being? There are so many things that is bound to happen to that person for that person not to meet up with that obligation of paying you that money. However, you should consider that as one of the options of you paying your rent, but you should struggle and create other avenues for generating the same money. It is where all these channels has failed that you can now say, okay, I have tried my best. But always banking it on Ugo Onyahu Jigu, and that is the reason that Onyahu where if a meru no kuni ho na January, you go gaga. You say a lot of things. In most cases where genuinely Onyahu is no jigo, you may lose that relationship with that person. You may lose the relationship that has lasted 10, 15 or 20 years. Yes, you may lose the relationship that may favor you tomorrow. You may lose the relationship that may come to your head tomorrow. That may be the only person who may show mercy on you. Tomorrow or next tomorrow. You may lose that person because all your eggs waiting in one basket. You are counting on 1,000 beds out there without paying attention to the one each at hand. Are you getting me? I learned this and Nkose Eda go kolum dem mado a lot. Since I learned this, I go kolum dem mado a lot. You got to go. I a lot. Are you getting me? When plan my wedding on the morning me a joker, I spoke to some friends. They have put motofa. They are calling na line. Kaiwe my wife and the bridal train and all this thing. When I made this request, those people accepted. Do you know what I did? I went and made extra plan. We call it backup plan. Lo and behold, on the morning I'm supposed to go church. Almost 3 people failed from those ones. Yeah, Mbankle on at first. Yeah, the long plan for a long time, like a megum plan for a long time. Yeah, for like 1 month. Nke standele wonke melu like every 5-6 days to my wedding. Wonke standele and don't now if you put moka that morning melu wedding. Are you seeing it? So, however, it won't make it be our grudges against anybody because I don't know what happened. And if you look at it that way, even the excuse those people you cannot throw it away. You cannot throw it away because they have their own plans, they have their own commitment, they have their own obligation. It is only when they are done with their own that they will even come. Some people may sacrifice their commitment for you, but that is not what you see every day around you. Are you getting me? That is not what you see every day around you, and you are not going to hold anybody responsible for not abandoning their own commitment to come and do your own. You are not going to hold anybody accountable. Yes, people may have genuine reasons on why they disappointed you. However, it is left for you not to lay all your eggs in one basket, especially when you are banking on people to do something. The arrangement that took me to church that morning was the arrangement I made 6 days and part of the ones I made na the night I made my bachelor's eve. That was what took me to church the next day. Ewopia, aka me wo phone na akugare na aba. Mo phone na ma akugare na aba. And then na aba e back here do meeting with people. When we get after your wedding, those people who are your good and close friends, those people who may even come to your aid tomorrow or next, those people who may even turn up for you in things even more bigger than that tomorrow, they lose them as friends. Oh, what?
Get up, is the promising. What again? Mama go out.
Mba, asịrị m na o nwere ndị na-eme lese na o nwere mkpadoro wee yọọ your friend for help. Ịghọtana? Wee yọọ your friend for help. Your friend wee nye hope. At the end of the day, ọ na that your friend disappointed you. O mezie na maybe no let's say no house rent. Ịghọtago? Then at the end of the day, you lose that house. Then some people will now take all the blames now and lay it on that their friends if fail to have. Forgetting that this is their responsibilities which they fail to meet. So why are you getting angry over? Why are you getting angry at somebody for you failing to meet up with your obligation? You know that?
Okay, now I have the answer and some question there, but let me first answer now. Amen. According to our belief, Amen. Bible, of one Bible, ihum manabo. You go. And the Hajj Bible ihum manabo. Who now? Igbo Bible go of Mayata Bible. You know.
Yes.
Now, Bible me kamara. Osi gi. Okamma gekwe na kwekwe. Da ni kwere nkwa imezuhi ya. You know. Okamma you did not promise. Then you promise and you didn't fulfill the promise. That is the same Bible. But what I say na onye na-atụkwasị mmadụ obi. You got again? Onye na-atụkwasị mmadụ obi. Ebe ka o si kwuo ya, o si woe to people that trust their fellow human beings. Ebe ka si dị na Bible, mana onye ka ọ na-akọwa. You got that? In the other way around, ọ dịghị mma na mmadụ kwesịrị promise mmadụ ihe without imezu ya. Then in the other way around, ọ dịrọkwanụ mma na mmadụ ga-epromise gị ihe ifodu aka gị fodu ọkpa gị depend on that person because human being can disappoint. Also Chineke na-ekwe mmadụ mkpa mezuo ya. Now what am I trying to bring out here? There were some people na-asị mmadụ mba. Ịghọta? There were some people na-asị mmadụ mba. I want to eji fele n'ụkwara which is not very bad. When na akpọ ma na ndị nzakọla nna maka ka cut you short. I want to eji fele n'ụkwara. The thing is that gị nwa na onwe gị na ayọ mmadụ ka mmadụ mere gị ihe ma akwa na onye ahụ nwere responsibility. Ịghọtago? Gị nwa na ayọ mmadụ ka onye ahụ mere gị ihe ịyọ mmadụ ihe ka onye ahụ mere gị ihe ọ bụghị mmehie ọ bụrụ ajọ ihe mana ị na-ayọ mmadụ ihe ikwesị ibu plan A and plan B n'ime obi because onye ahụ ị na-ayọ gị ụgwọ ụlọ bikwa tenant ana o ike kwụbọ nke ya. Ịghọtago? And gị nwa na-ayọ mmadụ ihe ka o mere gị ihe ị na-ayọ mmadụ ihe ka o mere gị ihe ebuchara n'obi 100% ị ga-asị ọkwa na onye eme ya ka ihe m ga-eme ego jara mmadụ nwe plan A plan B ihe chọrọ ikwu buru ibu mana nwekọ ọrụ na-abịa gwụsị n'ezie anụ ka m pụgodo ebe a biko kọla emebiri m ihe cheka nzakọla kịta onye akwụra junction ama direct ya ụzọ
ngwa ịzacha the call shigata.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Because I actually wanted to ask Ijo a question. Ijo was saying, no, I don't know the equal mad something. He marry a Igotana. Equal mad something, not very important. Nibe Surionia. Now, Ngunwa Owa Ukwayo Kije yo Onya. Onya, who ekwepu mecha Onya Hemesu ye. Iwe iwe Onya iwe. Nwa ya ahụ esopozuru ịkwụrụ ụgwọ akwụkwọ ahụ ojugo as nne knowing fully well that na not expected na ya akwụrụ nwa ụgwọ akwụkwọ ka o wee jewe akwụkwọ as Umundozo. I'm asking you. You did not meet up. In fact, it is an obligation to you. It is your duty to send your kids to school. Now you have failed in that aspect, not intentionally, but because circumstances surrounding you could not allow you to fulfill that obligation. Understand that na daddy if your kids could understand that, okay, daddy because na daddy in a be grudges n'ebe onye ọzọ nọ na onye akwerewo nkwa suppose imezuru gị ọdụgodu nya onwegodu ka osi ho wee nwụọ ọkụ na ya ememue, he must do it because no kwerewo nkwa na ọngụ ji ndụ ya. Let us come out from that mentality. Onye kwerewo nkwa iwe welu hope niile wee jeti Bible gwara anyị na ọdụ mma mmadụ ikwe nkwa anyị emezu emekwaghị na Bible a gwalụgo na ọka mma mmadụ inye enye karịa ịnara analụ ọkọndem. However, ọ sịrịgo na mmadụ ịnara analụ ụdụ njọ, ọ sịrịgo na mmadụ ịnara ife ịnalụ help na onye nwere need help anyị general help. Mana ọ gwalụgo, it is better to give than to receive. It is more honorable to give than to receive, which is of a truth. Everybody na-ekpe ekpere n'ụwa ka ọ nọ na position to be given. Nobody prays n'ụwa ka ọ nọ na position ebe ọ will receive ka ọ ya dey receive. But however, if you find yourself in a position where you need to ask people for help, you will ask people for help. But what I am telling you is that na okwu ahụ kwuru na ụtụ ka abụrụ ije ụgwọ. Etu ahụ esise ụlọ suppose rebi oke nye onyinye mana ụtụ ka abụrụ ije ụgwọ. That is the same way now promise is not a debt. Stop picking enmity with people because they promise you something and they couldn't fulfill it. Those people don't owe you anything. Those people don't owe you anything. Even some people even some people be golu ife jide ụgwọ iwe kwa ụgwọ for 1 year ha wee kwụọ ụgwọ after 1 year go na ha akadu mma go na ha eso okwu. In fact, onye ajighị ụgwọ for over 1 year go na akadu mma go na ka na-erikọ go na ka na-aṅụkọ go na ka na-ejekọrịtara onwe ụlọ ife. Onye awụkwụ onye bịa golu ife, onye awụkwụ onye inyeru services. That's why you must have kids you can be able to look after. You see? No, Rita Onyabo, about having kids that we can be. Let me tell you, in this life, man proposes, but God disposes. Even people who do say too, how you take care of. In our mutu because of into condition in on us where to get that. Same way people who millionaires, who billionaires. When one today, they couldn't even take care of women because now their status is changing. That is why in the USA we must plan. We must plan our life the best way we can plan it. But however, it is left for God to determine what happens tomorrow. So in the case where that what we did not bargain for happens tomorrow, we still have to submit to the will of God. You know what I mean? So it is not everybody who asks for school fees out there. It is not everybody who asks for house rent out there that failed to plan for today. And what I go, some of them with circumstances they hit here. And when people who landlord on a Lagos here today have tenants. Are you telling me that when they planned and bought a land and built a house in Lagos, that they were not planning for tomorrow? You gotta go. You gotta go. You see, when they planned and got a land, rule, extra plot out there, they have already planned to have court for paying that house rent. But however, even that I don't know what that has she ever back to that place how can go before. They will, however, keep pushing. But we will not also stop laying emphasis to exactly what you said, because we will not throw away the fact that no when people now without planning for tomorrow. Yes, we will not throw away that part, but I just want to clarify so that you know that why I am talking about asking for help without talking about whether no your plan or no your plan. Let us just reduce it to asking for help. No matter who is asking for that help, whether no your plan or no your plan. What I am saying is, do not pick fight with people because they failed to help you. A lot of people in this life, I made that program the other day, but I made that program I'm not uncomfortable with me. A lot of people in this life you are seeing, when they open up their problems to you, you will cry, you will shed tears, you will see the story not behind that beautiful car, that beautiful house, and that smile you see. When people name a little problem, they will be complaining, gonna have no complain, I carry ever hana complain, Lugu, and I comfort her, and I bahube. Her more than so can go on well, carrying Kefa. I try as much as possible not to make promises to anyone so that I won't be held hostage by it when it is not fulfilled. Oma, there is nobody who don't make promises. However, I only make a promise, all the convenient for you to fulfill it. Kudos to you. Don't worry. We all make promises. When condition like this, you may not say no. You will try to make a promise and work on yourself to see if you can meet up with that promise you make. However, the person who should be blamed is not you who made that promise. The person who should be blamed is not you who made that promise. No, come man, I mean, hope, carry a man in hope. Which hope can will? Or come man in hope? All within yourself, there is nothing you have given up on solving that problem. Your status still remains the same. Let nobody deceive you. Let nobody deceive you. Your only hope should be, hey, na a problem of 500,000. At least I'm gonna fail. 700,000. That should be the only hope. Yes, that should be the only hope you have. A problem of 10 million. Worst come to worst. Say can lay anyhow. No more come see a later area if you 12 million. You gotta go. That should be your only hope. But all my hope will problem 400,000. Emeka, and let me tell you, some people do so trickish. Okay, let me show you an example. Anyway, I don't need to read it out. Some people will give your help. Oh yeah, cooking do. See, okay, I will see what I now. Let me see what I can do. Case I have to go established. Oh, let me see what I can do. I do go more. Yeah, I won't have much of a problem. Carry out the actual problem. If eventually he fails to solve that problem, he will have to lay all that blames on you. What I am telling you now is something that is going to help you. The only hope in problem if what you can do on your own to relieve yourself from that problem. If it is hope given to you by people, it is at the same as you are helpless. Yes, if you have a problem, it is you who it is left for to get yourself out of that problem. It is not people. Yes. What of people that promised to give money to church during Harvest Bazaar and did not later fulfill it? For that every church, if you mad harvest, I'm asking you. If for that every church, you can mad every church because name harvest coming. More way for 50,000 put here. If for that every church, you can mad every because now put our altar call 50,000. It was here. That was started from the church. Depending on your relationship with the church, that is how church can even call you to tell you, unless you have a good relationship with the church. If you don't have a good relationship with the church anyway, church ọ bụrụ mmadụ niile pụtara ọta kọl ka chọọchị na-ama a na-edesi afafa biko na anyị lidiri 1 million na chọọchị a mmadụ 100 ya enye anyị na-ediri 100 million na chọọchị a mmadụ 10 ya enye anyị 1 million pụta ebe a chọọchị ọ na-edekọ afa mmadụ 100 a onwe CCTV kamera na-akọbata ihu mmadụ 100 a ọ bụrụ na ịpụta ọta kọl ahụ it is between you and your God. If you find that money, you come and give to the church. Church will thank you. Church cannot write down your name. If that name, all that call you need to worry, Jenny go. Nya put na mmadụ 20 nya 5,000 ebe. Onweda na nke pụta chale dekola phone debe. Dekola phone number ke were akpon. The answer is no. What the church believes is that you know yourself and your God knows you. Ọwụ na onwere goal ise tiri. Wee na-eme ọwụrụ na Chineke mee ebere ife akụ ka ị bịa weta 1 million ahụ ọ bụrụ na ife ahụ aka ịhọ ihe eje gba mbibi wee jenye chọọchị donation email. Yes, ego niile mkpogoro n'ụlọ ụka even to ụfọdụ sef na community level sef na community level onwe project a na-eme na community ipikie a project 70% of those communities will not come to you asking you to redeem that money except na ewukwu onye community man onwe a kind of relationship go na ha nwere leze ndị awụ ndị idechi obodo ama na akpọ ha na ha na-aza but a random person out there community may not come after you asking you biko kwụọ ụgwọ na ọ na-ekwụghị ụgwọ na-emeghị that. No, anything mmadụ mere free will is not meant for that person to be pressured before that person will redeem that thing. You gotta go. We call it a pledge. Somebody make a pledge eji ụgwọ. It is a pledge. You gotta go. Oh, a pledge. Oh, pledge, you know, you made this thing. Ọ bụrụ na ifo plan wee mee that thing awọkụ onye zuo hi wee mee. So I hope na my Ikenna Okeke, I hope that I answered your question. Ụtụ ka abụrụ iji ụgwọ even onyinye which is more like a normal obligation anyị na-eme every Sunday. Ekwuo offering time, blessing time ọ na ihe afụ ndị na-adọ n'ala n'oche eji ịgafe ha azụ ewegharịghị ọkpa ịgafe onwere onye ya eji ịtarị na-akpagharị n'ụlọ ụka na-asị gị na ọnwụ na inye ha onyinye enwere ịtarị pịa nye ego ịghọtago. They do it in UK. Eche na ụnụ sị na ndị ọcha adịghị edezi ụka ka ezi so a narị akpọ donation n'ụlọ ụka na UK rite onye abụọ amagwọ m ife ị na-ekwu so a narị akpọ donation na n'ụlọ ụka na UK ya ka isi ekwu like this. See, they do it in UK. Which UK? Here is a like this. Anyway, nevertheless, I'm not in UK. Even now in Nigeria. I'm telling you that in our Nigerian churches here, the relationship or commitment with the church before church can call you to remind you about donation email. And what you people don't understand is more than 40 to 50% of donations people make in a church that for they redeem. I hope you know more than up to 50% of donations people make in a church for they redeem. You don't know about this, but I'm telling you now. So there is no way you can be justified. Ajụọ ukere ife na-esere go na Okeke isi na okwere nkwa na o mezuhe. Ajụọ kere ife na-esere go na Emeka isi na Emeka akwere nkwa na ọ yenye gị ife dị otu a na onye gosi gị. Are you not being selfish? That is the same thing you failed to do, which is your obligation. Nobody has crucified you for failing to do what you are supposed to do. Why are you getting upset? It is simple. This is not even something you can apply psychology to it. This is a very simple mathematics. You have failed to do this. You tried all you could to do that thing. Why are you getting upset at somebody for failing to help you do the same thing? Are you not being selfish here? Are you not missing the point here? Are you exonerating yourself from your own problem? You are now replacing your responsibility, adding somebody now to that place to come and bear the blame of what you clearly failed to do. Let me take this house rent, for instance. You paid your house rent in January this year. Next year. Okay, January this year. It's supposed to renew year in January next year. From January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, way better January. 12 to 13 whole months, you couldn't meet up with that obligation. Or where would you only say December? Or what you fail to do in 12 months, you are not angry at yourself. You are now being angry. You started being angry and started bearing grudges on another person for failing to do that thing within a space of 1 month. Let us be fair. You want to go? Let us be fair. You want to, babe? Babe. Okay, white people give more than black people. I'm not saying that white people don't give more, but what I'm saying is that I've never heard that Unu Kandosha na call out for donation. Okay, what I go? Even I was told that now, just like ACMA and some churches here in Nigeria, that now or they wait time now they take offering box na door. You may decide to give the offering while coming in, or you may decide to give your offering while going out. But there may not be that time, I say, offering time. Many churches abroad do it. So that giving is not an obligation. It is not something that you are mandated. You are under mandate to do. That is what I am saying. Let us stop using all these things to be justifying promise. Stop complicating the life of people. Let us stop pressuring other people because of our own problem. Your own problem should be more concerned to you. The responsibility should be yours. If you fail to do that, let the regret and everything be for you alone. Stop dragging people into your problem. Yes. If they help you, thank them. If they still did not help you, thank them for at least showing concern to your problem. Do not turn them to your enemies. Do not start bearing grudges. Every day, community will say, that same problem. I failed to pay my children's school fees at one time. I know that there are countless people who are passing through that problem. I have taken it upon myself that every time, Namada put school fees for 10 people, 10 families that fails to pay school fees for one each of their children. That is the only way for you to show that you may understand the pains you pass through that time. It is not by shifting your responsibility. Imagine when I fail in business today, I will, instead of me accepting the fact that I have failed, instead of me thinking of what I can do to myself to improve, I will start blaming people here and there. I will start blaming people here and there. It is becoming too much. And I am telling you, for the same thing. Let us stop this entitlement behavior when we are asking people for help. I am particularly concerned about that. Let us stop this entitlement behavior about asking people for help. You don't know. I want you to say, I am telling you, I have confirmed it. Many people you are running to today, even those who are still helping you, are passing through worse situation than you that they are helping. You just didn't know. You just don't know until the day they fail to meet up with that obligation. Yes, I can tell you categorically clear now that more than 50% of people that are helping you, that you are than them. You may ask me how. Because say yes, only I'm going to cheap, and when cheap, only I've been a landlord in Lagos. I want landlord in Lagos. Yeah. Mana ngwakwa no onye aji ụgwọ 3 billion. Mbụ ji ụgwọ 3 billion. Okay. Sanum onye aji ụgwọ 3 billion to the bank. And bank on his neck. But he still find his way to sort out your 30,000 naira bill. How is he better than you? Can you survive one day in pressure? When you the best way to go through this life is by putting people in your own shoes. Okay, 5,000 naira at that moment. Malo, no one in your help when you go 10 million nape. You got to go. Onya will go 10 million nape, and the matter how tight honor in a corner. The matter how tight honor in a corner. Honor AC, mana heat in a me. You got to go. Honor na AC. Yes, thank you, Joseph Chigozioje. The bigger the head, the bigger the headache. Are you even aware that some of these our brothers, outside Nigeria, may assault out with 10,000, 5,000, 15,000 in Ayoha on a daily basis? That some of them has failed to renew their papers. Some of them are looking for money to finish up their documentations. Are you aware? Are you aware that some of those people who are paying your house rent from UK, that they are sharing apartments with people, that you are living comfortable more than them because you are living in a 3-bedroom flat, and they are still squeezing themselves, paying for your comfort while they are squatting? Are you aware that some of those people are you aware? Need eji anu 6,000 esimni, need eji anu 15,000 esimni. Man ụfọdụ n'ime ha nwere ike ha gbara asa ha tara anụ gbara agba. I nwere ike isi ọgụnụ etu onye ha ka ọwụ isi na-awa ha. Ịghọta ịfa ihe mmadụ ife onye ahụ enyeghị ihe iwe. Mmadụ ekweghị nkwa onye ahụ emezughị ihe iwe. Ihe ejiwe iwe na mmadụ kweghị nkwa omezughị ewu. Na ụfọdụ ife ngụnwa zuwere onwe gị imezubeghị. And the home and everything he decided in what he quarter of it. All these people are not even a lot of things he promised your parents. You couldn't even do, you haven't even done quarter of it yet. How will faith and trust in you that you will deliver? Yeah? Have you thought about it? If you start getting upset at people for not helping you or for not fulfilling their promise, it means that everything around you should be upset with you because you have failed to meet up with one or two things you have agreed upon yourself to do. Yes. Baby, I will try everything easy with stress. One day, can go down moto or quick one if for over 6 years. You go only for over 10 years. You go to Bomoda. Why you go? Why you understand that now? She goes through every stress of taking those kids to school, knowing fully well that one day you go there. So can you see? You see where one man to pay 10,000, only for 10,000. He said, if I supposed to reach a guy, no, goes only created that problem for you. Yeah? Some of you have even taken it to the point that Namado failed to honor your committee of friends. Can you think when you fail to honor committee of friends? I am asking you, you have taken this thing to another level. Ụfọdụ ịdụkwa 35 years kwadi ije nwaanyị adị onye dụ 42 years adụbụ nwaanyị na committee of friends o meet you up because of ndị ife si wee dụrụ ya iwe ya ngụnwa dụ 35 ka nọrọ under pressure to get married karịa onye dụ 42. Let us be honest and be factual in this life. Etu a ka ihe esi ayọ onye enweghị moto na moto gị dọmpụ na mechanic since over 5 months na-ahụ ya ọ bụrụ na onye ahụ help ọ iwe nye nwụ na nwere moto ana m ajụ ajụjụ onye ahụ ị na-ewesara iwe n'ofe elulu inye ego eji wee kwụ ụgwọ akwụkwọ nwa ọnụgo nwaanyị iche na nyanwụ inwe onye ya dakpọ ebe adịghị na maọmị na nwunye maọmị iche na ọ ha abịa. Let us stop all this. I am going this deeper to explain to you that na ife na-akpa dị iche na nke na-akpa onye ọzọ. However, onye ọbụla hapụrụ side and I said it the other day, say be grateful to people. Ha nye little thing, appreciate it. Stop counting. Ọgaranya niile 10,000 ka onye wee kwuo the other day wee gwa ma mmadụ na-enyeru that 10,000 that day enyeru gị Nnamdi Kritu ma mmadụ one enyeru that 10,000 that day enyeru 10,000 ahụ o nwere 10,000 ahụ enyeru that day ọwụ na-enyeri ihe up to mmadụ 10 ngụnwa na onwe elu keta alụ ị na-ekwu 10,000 ka ọ enye m not very stingy. Ngụnwa enyeru 10,000 si na 10,000 ahụ enyeru onye mmadụ 1,000 ife ọsị ya agwa mmadụ wụ n'ọdị 20,000 ka m na-achọ nweta 10 oke ị na-achọ 20,000 enyeru 10 idokwawe na-achọ ka ị nweta agba 10 eri ka ị wee mee ife ị chọrọ ime. Are you aware that na onye nyeru 10,000 ahụ na-achọ 10 million? Are you aware? Onye nyeru 10,000 ahụ kịta na-achọ 10 million mana o si n'ime nyeru 10,000 nyekwa other people 10,000 go na ya onye ka mma. I am asking you, go na ya onye ka mma. Uwe ezokwu n'oke onweghị onye nọ n'ụwa ya sị na ife zuru n'oke. Even Dangote, ego Dangote ji banks ya kwulie, ego Dangote efuru ji banks, Dangote refinery, 10 commercial banks with bottom loan with CBN eji welu that bank. Dangote financed about 40% of that project with ego. Yeah? Same way they told me 2 weeks ago that 20K is too small for giveaway. You see, it has become a problem, and the man no problem. Mona na worship program mana may encounter good this thing one way or the other because we only know way on your come 10 commercial banks with CBN we have financed Dangote refinery with about 40 or 30% of his money. Now that refinery will make it go capable or enough to pay even off CBN their commitment in that project. He is under pressure to release the debts that and the other facilities only. Then if any na okano kwa eba wulu help then you kwa ndo feel no kamma. Okwifugo ogalanya ka we problem. Onye ahụ ị na-efeel no nwere ego no ka do advantage o ka we problem. Daily expenses here will equal your monthly expenses, and he can't afford to miss out one because when we see out one, a lot of things to involve. For example, that if he fails to meet up with the obligation of paying his workers, thousands of families are at stake. Are you getting me? Only will even 50 workers on our program. If he fails to pay monthly salary of those 50 workers, and will hundreds of people involved there. I don't know if you are getting me. So these people have more to worry about. You have less to worry about. It's just that man so one and they took the hand. You know think I come to be na church secular na ekpekpere. Hello. Send them account number. You got to go. Yeah. Etua. How do you know your ụfọdụ every month we see ekwu okay Nigeria bịakwana gbajuo dọla ka o si wee dị etu a dọla alịa na ngụnwa na-ebezi akwa ekwukwara m ife the other day ngụnwa na-ebe akwa na 5 CBN afọ ị na-ebubata na ego iji agba ya increase go mgbe jụọ ka ego ahụ iji agba increase onye ahụ ị na-ene anya na ọ na-ebubata 10 containers nke ya o decrease ọkwọghị ọnwụrụ na nke si from 5 million ria to 10 million ịmụkwaghị na nke si from 30 million ria to 100 million no nwekwara burden of looking for another 70 ọ ya add wee gbaa 10 containers ahụ ọ na-agba nke ya ahụ wụrụ ọwụ isi nyere ugwu nke nye nwa wụrụkwa ọwụ isi nyere so ọ bụrụ na o neghalụ nke ya anya mere nwa obere ife appreciate it. Yes, if there is something we should even be preaching, it is the spirit of gratitude. Because when I watch this program, then I like and love. When I go na Facebook, there is empire. For if Facebook na eme mmadụ na nke ikpe azụ a, Facebook reduce the rich mmadụ, reduce oye. But there is nothing we can do. You can still help the process by clicking on like and the love button, then share the program. That is the only way you may get more people on board to come and hear what we are saying. Because if I know a lot of people need it here, even to make this program the other day because now man pressure, school fees, over uno, ega yeji mesu ticket ya yejina, ega yeji complete, ega yeji sola via yejina. Ega yeji we create a company ebe a na-akwụ ụgwọ ka e wee nwee ike nọrọkwa on a clean slate in the next year. A lot of pressure as you are also warming up to go and start asking people for help. I want you to know that as much as etu a si wee buru na etu a ka ndị niile ahụ na-eje yo si wee buru etu ahụ isi achọ ka i close in up there with your company etu a ka onye a si achọ ka o meetikwa up obligations ya with ndị China ya na na azụ for the year for successful commencement of business next year. I hope you know. Now let me tell you something. You will idea na no na-enwe 50 containers. No na-enwe 50 containers. You gotta go. Yeah? No na-enwe 50 containers, no na-enwe 100 containers. Are you aware if most people na-eme ewu or if many people na-eme ewu ha bunata afia ha na-ele na-akwụ ndị ọcha ụgwọ ndị ọzọ na-anụrụ ha afia a na-akwụ ndị ọcha ụgwọ ndị ọcha na-anụrụ ha afia a na-akwụ ndị ọcha ụgwọ ndị ọcha na-anụrụ ha afia akwụcha ụgwọ ndị ọcha ebuje afia to cargo achọwakwa ego anyị eji bupụ gbaa. Are you aware? It become a recycle ọdụkọ no recycle ka na recycle efe a onye ahụ nọkata okechi onwe ya eriri n'anya jeme ofe ife ego ije shada anya na efe ahụ o melu ije wụla anya ọkpụrụọkpụ anya tinye n'ọmarịcha unu ahụ ọlụrụ o ji wee n'onwe ya ọlụ maka ọsọ ya alụ until not solve the problem unu niile. Let us stop that. We are coming to the end of the year. Oh ya ha emechirikwa ekwugo nya New Year resolution. I don't need any friends around me because they are useless to me. New Year resolution. All those uncles, all those relatives that cannot help me, I am cutting them off this 2025. Anonymous. Imama donation cut off. If you don't take notice of what I am saying, as you are planning to cut off people, people are also planning to cut you off. Because na position people feel that you can help them because you are managing to do things that they cannot do on their own. So when you help ni mmadụ ka ị na-akaụntụrụ ihe ndị ifilu na ha ya help ka ndị filu kwa na ya help ha na akaụntụkwara ya. Now you have explanations of why you cannot help them. Irifijishe na ndị eni enweghị explanations of why they cannot help you. Ị ghọtara? Ana m ekwugodo okwu ka mma na m ya afọ ego m na-eji wee gbaa afịa m nọ n'ụzọ ọ na-asị nchọrọ ya 10,000. So onye nke ahụ ya ọnkụrụ nke ahụ ị na-emejekwa anya na ọsọpụzụrụ ibu ihe ụwa niile ịma ka o si wee dụrụ ya. Some of them na-aka kretikwa kịta na-akwado ụgwọ akwụkwọ ya akwụ this year agbago ngụ. This idea of saying ọ ya enyere m 50,000 ka m wee kwụ ụgwọ akwụkwọ mana ọ na-akwụrụ ụmụ ya 5 ụgwọ akwụkwọ na Amerịka ọ gbasalụ ngụnwa woju ụmụ jeti na New Era ịfụ ha akaba ezem ngụnwa woju ụmụ jeti na Good Shepherd ọ na ịfụ ha oke ọfịa community school ọ na ịfụ ha iwoju ụmụ jeti ebe ifilu na at your level that you can give them the best there nyanwa wulukwu ụmụ ya only because our children our future I na prepare. So on how you prepare that your future You owe nobody any explanation. You cannot have explanation to people on how much you invest na your children. When onye nwere right to ajụjụ a, ọsọkwa onye ahụ ya decide iwe resources niile o nwere n'ụwa zụọ nwe na Oxford. It's none of your business. If ọ na-akwado retirement plan benefit here, ọ na-build eva. If ọ na-akwado eva the next generation ya, it is not your business. However, o mechaa nke ahụ ka o mere iwu nke ihe wuru onye ji because of ka iwe zụọ ụmụ n'okogbu owuru maka onye akwụrụ nwa ya ụgwọ akwụkwọ na Harvard onye dịrị nke a. Stop counting. Stop telling people what to do with their money. Make something effectively with the little you have. Yes. Yeah. There's this empire. Anama accept that request or drop, but where is that your comment? Where is that your comment? Can say about let us stop this. If as onion can na plan a court to the mother of this 2025. Other people are also trying to cut you off. Before you know it, you know you don't go. As a matter of fact, and the mother naturally you don't have wahala people now do too much. You gotta go. You cannot take all your hope and put it in the hand of people. You need to pick a fight with people every time for helping to do for you what you have failed to do for yourself. If you want to be angry at anybody, you should be angry at yourself. For you to go and ask people for help, it means you have failed to do that in yourself. We are not blaming you for failing to do that. We are not blaming you for failing to do those things for yourself. Why are you blaming us now for failing to do it for you? It is an intelligent question, and ability to answer questions is what makes you an intelligent somebody. Christmas. Do you know that it is more difficult and more hard for these big men in Nanya to come back for Christmas than Ngoma Wubelode? Nobody is looking up to you. Nobody is taxing you for anything. No, in fact, all you need to do is to just come home and spend your Christmas here. A lot of people are hoping on them to even celebrate their Christmas. Yeah? I am telling you reasons why those people you are looking up to will meet you up with the promise I make clear to you. There are thousands of reasons. But I am telling you now that there is a reason. This is a CTA program, but again, I am telling you now that there is a reason, and the all genuine reasons. Yes. Yes. So all this anger, yeah? You don't even know what that person is passing through. Now the only way the moment if any now evidence goes on them because evidence goes on yeah, it takes millions of naira for big men to return for Christmas. You see? But some people are that it takes them more to return for Christmas than Ngoma Wobelode. Ngoma Wobelode will get if you only do na moto. Ilugono and they want Christmas happily. If I don't it takes them more. If I don't go they will not come back because they couldn't have had about them mother. Or now around the family with a orchestra you do about Christmas. They spend more. Their commitment become more. A lot of people are counting on them now for Aparais. Or we see how we go different hour. Or are you getting the point now? Yeah. So you go kokata, go kodebe. Ego kokata. Wasikene ego.
Kwụsịkene ego onwegwe onye mere ibe ya. I am being honest to you. Onweghị onye mere ibe ya. Ọ ife ahụ iji wee mara na onye a na-eme ọfụma. Ụbọchị o lele ife ahụ ọ ụbọchị ịchọpụtara na ife ahụ adịghọzi iwee malụ na nsogbu ya adịgwo na obvious. And ọ ya bịa kọwarụ because ọ bịa kọwarụ onwe ife ihe emenwuri ya. Nọ hey nna na onye a bigbugo na Lekki o kịta o si na Lekki kwabata Agọ si Agọ na ịba si ịba na Ajamgbadi si Ajamgbadi ka ọ gụrụ n'Oko amamebe ka dị n'ime galala m ọ na village ọkwụnye ozu ugwu nọ na Lagos. Mgbe ahụ ka ị ya anọ wee mma na ofetru na onye a nwere nsogbu ọ nna na olekwa na moto ya na-amasịta mfụ na keke na Lagos iwee mmalụ ọ na osigo n'ime afịa pụọ na ọ hazikwa eme container offload na ọzụkwa group page ka ọ na-eti iwee mara na ife ahụ a na-ekwu doro ya. Mana mgbe ahụ onye ahụ na-efiksi onwe nna na nsogbu adịkwa na onye ahụ na-ahụsụ na-efiksi onwe ọ gwaghị na onwe ha ego ihe ekweta because na that same Lexus ọ na-agba ọ ka bụ ya abata uru and ọ ka bibe na Agọ ọ ka bibe na Satellite Town ọ ka bibe na Lekki. Yes, ọ ka narị eme ọbịa mmemme ewuru Mike tikata mkpu obi nye ha 50,000. Ọ ka narị eme ọbịa mmemme couples gbawa egwu ọbịa bụ ego. Ọ ka na-eme ife niile a ka ego esi agwazighị na onwe problem na onye nye m common 500,000 ị na-ane. Stop that mentality. Onye nye m that common 500,000 ị na-ane inyego mmadụ common 3,000 ọ na-anaghị. I'm asking you, if ebe ị na-go na keke na-azọ change 100 naira ọ dụka the whole ndị mmadụ niile nọ na sele anyị agbakọrọ ebe ị na-azọ common 100 naira as change. Ịghọtago? If ebe ị na-ekwe watermelon ọnụ ka ewepụrụ 50 naira ndị mmadụ eche na your life depend on that 50 naira. Ọma nke ya amaghị nke onye ọzọ. Ọma nke ihe amaghị nke onye ọzọ. Ndị arịrịọ niile ị na-eme iti n'ụzọ enidro to more than 50 naira or 100 naira from you. Mmadụ one n'ime ha ka inyegoro even 100 naira. Ana m ajụ ajụjụ ọkwa maka o si dọrọ mana ịma ọka o si wee dọrọ onye ọzọ. Sometimes ị na-afụ onwe in a corner where you will have 5 million in your account but you cannot even spare 10,000 to give somebody. Ọ dụrụ gị etu a ikekwe ijikwa 5 million ahụ wee jekwa na anya ọgaranya ka o mezuoru 100,000 ihe eji wee mee ife maka ife ị na-achọ ọwụ 5.5. Ị chọọ ka nyanwa help with Uncle Don no 500,000 or ego na ọ na ihe enyenwu ọgba na ọ ya enyenwu gị iwe were iwe. Ị na-achọkwa 500,000 nyanwa debe eri 100 million na-achọ 50 million. Nyanwa debe 100 ka na-achọ 50. Ọ nwekwara ike ọwụrụ afịa ka ị chọrọ ịgba. Nyanwa nwekwara ike wụrụ afịa nke ka ọ chọrọ ịgba. Go na ya chọrọ ịgba afịa ka unu bupụtakwa ife unu na-ele were maintain kwa ife unu na-eme. Mana nyanwa commit a crime. Ịghọtana? Nyanwa commit a crime for not helping you. Nyanwa commit gogo crime for not helping you. I call it being selfish. You know, in this life, if we stop being selfish, we will live more in peace. Being selfish is all about you, how you feel, how you see things. But I have tried so many times to tell people on Facebook here that life is not programmed to work that way. If we start living this life, how I feel, what matters to me, you won't even get married. Yes, because you like enjoying your space. Are you not going to get married? The moment you get married, they're gonna murder on your space. Before you know it, you keep having children. And the moment you get married and you keep having children, you cannot stop visitors from coming to your house. So that particular barrier will go broken by you getting married. So association and our continuous meeting with people, we keep breaking some of those things. That's what I'm telling you. Life cannot be about you. If life is about you, now that office, is the boss playing by your own rule? The boss is not playing by your own rule. So when you have your own company tomorrow, the company will also run according to the procedure of running such kind of business and not by your own way of doing things. I don't like too many people staying around me. So if you work in an office where it is a restaurant, are you going to restrict the number of people that will be coming into your restaurant to come and eat because you don't want too many people around you? So life is not programmed to work exactly the same way you want it. That is why sometimes stop reasoning about yourself. Have a collective reasoning. You will arrive at an answer. You got to go? Which end they go at? How say you can do well as a relationship teacher? Which end no well? Ezugo is just two guys we understand what you are saying. One guy called me and said I should direct him where he will go and carry a bag of rice and 10 liter groundnut oil. Specify 10 liters. You see? Have you seen? Odoroma. Sometimes if he fail, are you not a human being? You have failed to do these things. You are supposed to have a clear understanding of what it means for somebody to fail in their obligation. No one even supposed to be a better idea of understanding how other people feel. And that is how I live my life. You want to go? Even like this, a clear understanding of how it is for other people. It will help you more to understand other people. It is sad, however, that big men who has at least their problems do their problems do more huge, but at least some of those things they can lack him as a middle-aged somebody. They are now fulfilling that obligation in excess to their families. It is, however, sad that them that has long passed that level where you are, Norusian a level where they have food in their kitchen, they pay their children's school fees, they are still understanding the pain of not being able to pay for school fees, even when they are comfortable paying for school fees. It is sad that they could understand the pains of not having food to eat, and yet they give you bags of rice for you to eat food, even when they have long passed that stage. Big men cannot understand the pains you are passing through at that level, even when they have passed that stage. Because when we get even do more weightier than Ghana about, but not food. So, or can I explain way they provide the food to eat? But on Goma Wobelonye, never provide for yourself. Other understanding when other people fail to provide for you. Is that not selfishness? Is that not wickedness to an element? And that is why in Jewish that you will find more vindictive people. You will find more people who are wicked among people like us who are poor people than among the rich. There is more love among the rich than among the poor. A poor man can be more vindictive, more calculative. Instead of being more calculative in his way of redeeming circumstances, or do more calculative in holding revenge for tomorrow, he doesn't even know whether tomorrow will come. Instead of him to be more wicked in confronting that barrier, or do more wicked to another man for failing to understand his or her circumstances. I don't know if you understand the comparison I gave you now. A big man, all that will go to the point where he will say that there is no food to eat in his house, but yet all understanding that you don't have food to eat. And that is why Christmas like this, some of them will share bags of rice, some of them will share money, some of them will share things because they know, yes, selfishness of the highest order. They know that in as much as they have succeeded in providing these things for them, there are people who may not provide that thing for themselves. So they devise a means of trying to accommodate you. Now, some of them take Iromo on scholarship, some of them may help with the school fees. They know that the problem they have currently is not paying their children's school fees. Yeah, but they understand the fact that in as much as they can pay comfortably their children's school fees, there are people who cannot afford that services. That is why Haji now you provide for yourself. Where those people fail to provide for you, you will now fail to understand them. But you are the one currently who is in that lack. You are the one who is failing to do so many things, even for yourself. We are not even talking about doing for other people. You are failing to understand the circumstances in on it. When you fail to provide for yourself, you should feel pain and pity for people who has failed to provide for you. It is not a rocket science. But it is so vindictive, it is so calculated that maybe on a lack, you keep counting the crimes of people who has failed to provide for you. That is selfishness, and it is wickedness and vindictiveness to some extent. Yes, and vindictiveness to some extent. You are failing to understand your condition, and somebody who has passed that condition in on it is even more understanding to the condition that you are in. Yes, poor people fail to understand that big men deserve Christmas gift also. You see, I wish they will hear this your teaching, but this teaching may not sit well with some people because na this Christmas. Or the whole big man one natashu no na ije wotede ije wota gare ije wutaku iwe okwa iye je kwa buri ele o help kwa na solve a problem of 70,000 mana o ka ukwa aku iye leta 4,000 ije sustain the family. Yet you see on akwa we solve a problem of 70,000 hours solve lo ije si wo la akwa mecha kwa akwa hofuma kechie ye bi ka ha do na butu moto when na Christmas iye jele because obele onye nwe mgbe o ji enwe enough mana o believe na big man enweghị enough. O believe na big man enweghị ife niile zuru onye gwalụ. So a poor man anọrọgo in a position na-ekwu poor man ka ọ ghara inwe another person na-ekwu we poor men. Go. Are you saying all this so that you won't do Christmas for me this year? Business Empire, he make Christmas our problem. We will do Christmas for each other. Merry Christmas. He Merry Christmas. I'm watching Christmas more now. Merry bye. Okay, I got it. You gotta go. I will do Christmas for you. You will do Christmas for me. You gotta go. Man, I'm watching Christmas more now. You Merry bye. This is because a city qua if I again or he send the request. You gotta go. Are you getting me? So understand sometimes that the best way to go through this life is to put other people in your shoes. Go into the shoes of other people. Go into the shoes of other people. Etwa is your shop 4,000. Iye jije na chemist jegolo ogu. Efohoye. Kamadu si we oje nwa ye na India for treatment. Ye save life nwa. Na shop 40 million. Are you not getting me? You want to save your life. Nyanwa chokwadi save life nwa or life here. Are you not aware? Are you not aware? Etwa hisi a shop 50,000. Iye ji we kwụgwọ hospital bill. Etwa ka onye asi a shop 10 million. Oye ji we je take care of health here. Yes. Yeah, dictate what to do with his money. You can only dictate what to do with your own money. You can only dictate what you can do with your own money. This issue of counting people's money for them, helping those people to spend their money for them, writing a timetable on how people should spend the money you don't know how they suffered to make. Some of these people are suffering more than you before they make those millions and they spend. They go through emotional stress, they go through mental stress, in fact, they are suffering. You are enjoying because you have little or nothing to worry about. The only thing you have to worry about this life is your personal expenses. These people will more than that to worry about. So I have a way of thinking that big men, there is more love among the rich than we have love among the poor. Let me buttress this point more. Ogaranya nwere ike spend ife onwelu out of numerous problems onwelu to help you. But how many times have you seen obere onye helping obere onye to pay school fees? Onwelo. Always onwelo. Let me tell you what I mean by obere onye. Let's say that I am operating within 1 million or 2 million. On to say I operate. On your network on how I operate. Another person now operates between 200,000 to 300,000. When we problem, if I take a problem of 100,000 or problem of 200,000, which I know that even though even now control 1 or 2 million, now we can squeeze I may still help that person.